What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. As you can see, we're at Fast Track Automotive because we're going to be doing some maintenance on the M6 and getting it ready for some of the future projects that we have. This car definitely needs it, so I'm glad we're finally going to be able to get this thing running and driving as best as possible. Hopefully this should cover everything that the car needs ASAP. There's always some small things that we're going to miss just because it's a 40-year-old car at this point, but we'll get to it eventually. For today, at least, I just want to say a huge shout out to ECS Tuning because without them, this wouldn't be possible. They saw what happened with the cars, they saw what happened with the house, and they said, hey, let us know when you're back up and running with the next build, and we want to help you out as much as possible. And they sent out all the maintenance components that this car needed so that we could get to the fun stuff a little bit sooner. Sent out some fluids for the car, they sent out some suspension components for the car, and they also sent out some small miscellaneous things like taillight gaskets, a new front badge because the one in the front is beat, and spark plugs to get this thing running a little bit smoother. We're going to be installing all of that today. Should be an easy job for the most part since it's all basic maintenance, but you never know with these old cars. So let's head inside and see how it goes. So I went ahead and started replacing the taillight gasket, and just look how brittle this thing is. This side is a lot better than the other side, but the other side literally was disintegrating. Like, look at that, it just kind of broke in half. Luckily, this one has a little bit of a softness still left, but this is the new one. And at least now we don't have to worry about water getting into the car. Just like that, brand new seal on the taillight. Don't gotta worry about water getting in there. Now let's start on the other items. Nice. That thing is beat. And here is why we were replacing these half shafts, because look how torn and beat up this one is. And this is how it's supposed to look. So boot was completely torn. The inside of this had zero grease. I think all of it was literally on the bolts that were holding it all together. And yeah, now we shouldn't be hearing any noise come from the back right of the car. And while we're at it, we're just gonna go ahead and replace the left side as well. So this is the better side, but look how caked on this is. I'm pretty sure the boot over here is ripped as well. Luckily enough, it's just a few bolts. You take that off, the new one should slide in and just tighten that thing up. But like I said, now we're not gonna hear any clunking noises coming from the rear side of the car. And then we'll get this one situated here in a second and then move on to the tiny little pitman arms right down here. So we ended up getting the little pitman arms situated, and right here you could see how bad they were in terms of like life. These bushings were shot, especially when you're in the car. You could see them just bending to one side. So we got the new pitman arms in there, and we got the axles in there now. Unfortunately, we will have to come back on maybe in a few days to get the oil situated and the spark plugs, and then I think he'll also take a look at the AC for me just to see if it's leaking or if we could just top it off and get that running. But hopefully we should be situated there, and we'll pick up the camera again in a few days and get back here. I'm just running out of time, so I gotta head home for today at least. So we got the car back at home because now that we got the difficult part, or the part that needed a lift at least, we can do the rest of it ourselves. And I'm kind of excited because I finally picked up some tools. We really are starting over with everything. Cars, tools, garage, everything needs to be brand new and kind of rebought. So I went ahead and bought the exact same thing, maybe a little bit better than what I bought the first time I started working on cars. And this is the Husky mechanic tool set. I got 100 piece the first time. This is a 300 piece. So it kind of comes with everything that you need to initially start: some wrenches, sockets, a 1/2-inch drive. It also comes with 3/8 set right here. And then it also comes with 1/4, which is nice. So this has kind of everything that you need to go ahead and start. Obviously, we won't have any specialty tools like we used to, but again, this is kind of the bare bones kit that you can get. And I found this on Facebook Marketplace for very cheap. So this will do the job for the time being, at least until we get a proper setup again. And that might be a little while. So just want to keep it simple easy, clean. And then we also got our thin-walled spark plug socket because the ones that we had at the shop didn't fit. While I was getting that, I just picked up some cheap extensions, a click style torque wrench, just so we have something. This is a very cheap model, so obviously accuracy is not gonna be paramount, but it'll get the job done for the time being until we get our newer ones. And those gear wrench ones that I used to have, the digital ones, were amazing, so I definitely want to go back to digital. Now, the only downside today is I was kind of forced to make a decision. My father-in-law gifted me some DeWalt tools, so bless his soul. But I didn't really know if I wanted to go DeWalt. I was thinking Milwaukee, so I don't know if, since I have this already, I should just like commit to DeWalt. I'm really not trying to. I'm leaning towards Milwaukee just because their mechanic tools are so much nicer and have a lot more options, like stubby impacts, the electric ratchets and so on. But that's besides the point. But we need to go ahead and install these two things here and here. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, if you're wondering what this big old box is, this is gonna be a surprise for the M6 here. I think a few of you kind of can guess what it is, but I'm super excited to open this up in the next few days here and see what it is and show you guys. But we're just gonna leave that in the background for now. Hopefully you guys don't see the brand name on it, because then you guys will know exactly what it is. And this is exactly why we were changing out these spark plugs. So look at the condition of these things. These things were absolutely beat. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue taking out two more. And if you're ever looking for a thin wall socket for spark plugs, the Duralast ones from AutoZone are actually the thinnest that I've seen. So if you're running into an issue like me, where you have very narrow walls on the spark plug areas for your motor, whatever it is, the Duralast ones have never failed me. Sometimes they're even thinner than the Amazon thin-walled ones that you can buy. So all of the spark plugs are in. We can go ahead and close this thing. Now let's start this thing up, see if we can notice a bit of a difference. Now every now and then it would misfire just a little bit. So I'm hoping this kind of resolves that. Let's see. I think from initial glance, that does idle a little bit smoother now. Obviously we're gonna let it warm up and then we'll kind of get the true gauge of it once we're driving. But yeah, I think it feels good. Now we just gotta change out those wipers and that should be the end of maintenance. Actually oil change, but we're not gonna do that today. I've never done this before. Let's see, it says pull. It says an arrow this way. Does that mean I just push down on this? Okay, got that first part done. And then how does this work? So we got the windshield wipers on. Are they on properly? That I do not know. I'm honestly guessing. Yeah, the instructions made 0 sense to me, if I'm being honest. So we'll worry about that later. We'll see if they come flying off next time it rains. But the only thing that's remaining now is the oil change and the transmission fluid flush. Now, I want to hear your guys' opinion. So I have receipts dating all the way back to the 1990s when this car was first serviced. Unfortunately, from now till at least 2011, I did not see any service for a transmission fluid flush. So someone was just telling me that I should hold off on doing that just because the transmission is so used to the oil that's in there and the viscosity that's changed over time that changing it might even damage the transmission. Again, I do not know how valid of a hypothesis that is. I'm not sure myself, so you guys let me know if anyone is watching this and you believe that to be true or false. Let me know, please, because that's the only reason we haven't done the transmission change yet. And if we decide to do it, we'll go ahead and do that once we get to the oil change. Only reason is we didn't have enough time on the lift, so brought the car home, got the little stuff done, and we'll take it back once it's time to do that. Yeah, this is how the car's sitting now. We got the big package, which I'm very excited to open up. Hopefully in the next few days, we got hopefully some coilovers on the way so we can lower this thing down a little bit, get ready for what's in that package. Overall, I'm very excited for how this car is gonna turn out and the plans that we have for it, because I think it's gonna be very, very unique. In the meantime, it does get very hard to work on the car since we don't have all of the rest of the tools that we used to, but it is what it is. We're gonna start getting through it. And I will say, this is my first time paying for maintenance to be done on my cars, and I absolutely hate it. I wish I could do it myself on this Land Cruiser, but that's just the situation that we're in. So with that, thank you all for watching. Huge shout out to ECS Tuning again. Thank you guys for sending all of these maintenance items over so we can get this car up and running a little bit better. And I think it's gonna make a huge difference down the road. So again, thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.